Okay, let's take a look at another example. In this particular example, we're going to use the following function to compute, and then we'll actually use the same function to graph. So this time I have a piecewise defined function that's defined in 3 pieces. The first piece is 2x minus 1, and I'm only going to use that for x's that are between 0 and 1, including 0, not including 1. The second piece is x squared, and I'm going to use that only for the x's between 1 and 2, including both 1 and 2. And the third piece is x plus 2, and I'll only use that for the x's that are larger than 2. So now if I want to evaluate f at 0.5, I again look to see, okay, x is 0.5. That happens to fall into piece 1. And so I substitute that in. So I would do 2 multiplied by 0.5, subtract 1. And if I do the math out, I get 0. So f at 0.5 is 0. Second piece, or second part, evaluate f at 1. Well, if I want to evaluate f at 1, again, we recognize x equals 1. And when I do that, I look up at my 3 lines and I say, oh, the one that allows x equal to 1 is piece 2. So I'm going to substitute that into piece 2. So I get 1 squared, which is 1. So f at 1 is actually 1. Lastly, I'm going to evaluate f at 5. And so now if I look at f at 5 again, that's x equals 5 is the value. If I come up to my equations here, I'll notice that in my piecewise function that's the third piece. And that says, that particular piece says take the x that you're using and add 2. And if we look at our notes here, we should notice that that's what we did. X plus 2 gives us 5 plus 2. 5 plus 2 is 7. And there's our final piece. Just a brief comment. Sometimes students think they're going to outsmart the instructor and they're just going to substitute in all 3, give me 3 answers, and I can pick the best one. That's not the point of the problem. If you give me 3 answers, if you do f at 5 and you plug it into all 3 pieces, I'm not going to give you any credit, because the real point of the question is, can you determine which of the 3 pieces you should substitute the value in for? I'm less concerned about the actual arithmetic and more concerned about the process of determining which of the pieces that you want to use and then doing the substitution. The final arithmetic, not as much of a big deal. So if you have any questions about this, though, don't hesitate to ask me.